Hey guys, happy Friday. We have almost made it to the end of another week of e-learning. So keep it up. You guys are doing spectacular. This is going to be a really short video. I just want to touch on a couple of things really quick. So the first thing that I want to touch on before I kind of talk about the Crucible is I want to talk about this survey that I gave out to you guys. Thank you if you took the time to kind of fill this out. This is really going to help me tailor my e-learning a little bit more to your guys' needs. So I just wanted to show you kind of what you guys said. 36% of you are saying that the amount of daily work I'm giving you is too much. And I hear you, okay? So once we finish the Crucible, going forward, you're still going to have about the same amount of reading. It's going to be a pretty substantial amount of reading. I mean, it's English class, so unfortunately, we do have reading that we have to keep up with. But I am not going to give you a study guide for To Kill a Mockingbird, which is the next novel that we're reading. The study guide will be optional and it will be extra credit if you choose to do it. Instead, what I'm going to end up doing is I'll give you like maybe one question a day to respond to as kind of like your attendance / homework type of thing. And I'll talk a little bit more about what that'll look like when we get into TCAM. So I did hear you, a little, almost about half of you said you're spending 45 minutes to an hour. And then, 27% said over an hour. And that is a lot. My goal is to kind of have all of you within like the 30 to hour range. Since we do have a lot of reading, I understand it is going to take more time. If you find that you are a slower reader, use the audiobooks to help you. I'm totally fine if you guys are listening to audiobooks to help you through the reading. That might help it go a little faster. And it seems like I'm pretty available to assist you, and you guys are overall pretty satisfied with the instruction that I'm giving. Overwhelmingly, all of your comments just said lessen the daily work. So I am going to try to do that for you going forward. I just wanted to let you know that I'm hearing you and I appreciate your feedback. So thank you for taking the time to do that. Okay, let's talk about Act 4. So just a little bit as you guys jump into reading the final act of the play. It is the shortest act, so it is going to take you the least amount of time. You're going to notice that the study guide is pretty short. You're only doing the first 10 questions of the study guide today. So hopefully that'll be a little bit less homework like you've requested, right? So when the play started, like Act 1, we were starting off in the spring, okay? Act 4 is in the fall. So we're about 3 months later than Act 3, okay? So it's a kind of a big leap in time. And you have to imagine that during this time period, tons of people have continued to be arrested and tried for being witches. And there's been lots of people that have been condemned as witches and sentenced to hang for their crime of witchcraft. Okay, so where we are in Act 4 is we are going to be in the prison. Now, just a little bit about prisons during this time period, okay? They were horrendous, okay? Just horrific conditions. Remember, during this time period, there was no like AC, there was no heating and cooling anywhere. They relied on fires, and if it was hot out, they were hot, okay? So the temperature in the prison is not regulated. It's not like each of the prisoners has their own fire in their cell, and we're getting into the fall, so it's starting to get colder. The prisons were also extremely dirty, filled with rats. The prisoners were underfed, just really bad conditions. And you're going to see how terrible those conditions are based on the state of mind of the prisoners and kind of what they look like. So many of them have gone a little bit insane. Many of them have been tortured to try to get confessions out of them. A lot of people have already been hung for being tried as witchcraft. For being tried as witches. Words are still hard. Okay, so many people have already been hung, but there's also been a lot of people who have falsely confessed in order to save their own lives. So just kind of pay attention to that. And you're going to notice that there's a lot of unrest that is happening in Salem during this time, because we have a couple of really important people that are set to hang the day that Act 4 is taking place. So just kind of pay attention to who those people are and why there might be some unrest happening in the town. So that's all that I'm going to tell you. I don't want to spoil anything for you. So you guys are reading the first half of Act 4 today. If you're in your textbook, you are going to read to the bottom of the first column on page 882. If you are using the PDF, you are reading to the middle of page 135. And then you're going to fill out your study guide to question number 10 for tomorrow. Make sure to hop on my Zoom call if you guys have any questions at all. I would love to see you. I miss you so much. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.